Namaste. Welcome. And this practice is about an optimistic future. Ganesh, the Hindu god of new beginnings, represents the power to dissolve obstacles in the mind and free the heart into the sacred play of life. He embodies buddhi, wisdom, siddhi, spirituality, and riddhi, prosperity. In this practice, we'll learn how to build our poses on a solid foundation, trust in ourselves to overcome obstacles, and embrace opportunities for growth. We'll center for a moment, breathing, to invoke a spirit of reverence and create a sacred time and space for this positive future. Breathe to increase the sense of optimism, persistence, perseverance, determination, and tenacity. Take a nice inhale, growing tall through the crown. And as you exhale, begin to strengthen through the pelvic floor and engage Mula Bandha, the root lock. Inhale, expand upwards. And exhale, concentrate muscular energy into the core and down to the root. Wow. Ganesh Mudra is holding the hands in front of the heart, hooking the fingertips around one another and pulling the elbows apart. As you pull the elbows apart, draw the shoulder blades in, the navel to the spine, and relax for the inhalation to breathe, pull against one another's hands as you exhale. And then switch the position of the hands so the opposite one is in front. Inhale, broaden the chest and shoulders, and with the exhale, pull the elbows apart, tighten through the core, and apply that root lock, Mula Bandha. Great. Now we're going to come up to standing. Take a comfortable, wide stance. Soften the knees. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, open the palms forward. And as you exhale, begin to engage through the core, Mula Bandha, tightening at the pelvic floor. Relaxing those muscular contractions on the inhale, and then reapplying, tightening Mula Bandha as you exhale. Rooting down through the legs with elephant power. Now slide the hands down the legs, fold over the knees. You can bring your elephant belly against the thighs, that's good. And then walk the knees, moving the hips head, the neck. Even let the arms loose to sort of sway back and forth like an elephant trunk, sweeping along the ground. Twist to the left side and fold over that left hip. Try to straighten the legs more. Relaxing the knees on the inhale, and pushing down through the feet and hands as you exhale. Twisting that elephant trunk. Switch to the next side, walk hands to the right. Folding over the right leg, pulsing with the breath. The twisting, turning trunk. Now, lifting up to stand, raise the arms up, interlace the fingers, and turn the palms to the sky. Press down through the legs and feet. And then twist to the left side. And then to the right side. And then bring the hands behind the head and open the elbows. Inhale, look up. And on the exhale, looking down, bring the elbows forward, stretch the back of the neck. Opening and closing at your own pace to match your breathing. And now circle the head and shoulders. Nice and slow. Take a complete breath for each revolution. Good, that's right. And then reverse the circles. And release. Rest the arms. And step the left foot forward for warrior one. I'll face this way. Now, right foot back. And there's a bend in that left knee. Lift the arms. Inhale, circle them up and around. Exhale, lean down. Backs of the hands touching until they open. Think of the elephant lifting his head to trumpet. And then bring the arms down, clasp them behind, or simply hold the hips. And humble warrior, fold forward. And release the hands. If they're clasped, step the right foot forward, and then step the left foot back. Build the foundation with strength and stability so that you can lift the back and slowly circle the arms. So the breath is the metronome. Great. Now, yoga mudra, clasping behind the back, or just holding with the hands on the waist. Begin to fold forward, humble warrior. And release. Step the left foot forward. Inhale to a flat back. Then exhale, fold over straight legs. Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, press the feet down, lift the arms up. Tadasana, and rest. Repeating, inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, folding deeper. Then soften the knees. Inhale, stand up. Lift the arms and rest. Exhaling. Now, fearless heart. Okay. Inhale, lift the arms, arch back, and exhale, fold forward, bend the knees, step right foot back, lower right knee. When stable, lift the arms. Take a nice, complete breath. And lower the hands. Step the left foot back to downward dog. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, lower knees, hips, and chest. Rolling down through cobra. And then rising back into cobra. Lift the head and shoulders. Twist a little from side to side. Rocking the hips. And lower the chest. Push up to table pose. Curl the toes under and exhale back to down dog for 3 breaths. Softening the knees and shoulders on the inhale. Arch the lower back. And then exhale, lengthen the legs. Press the hands forward. Next inhale, step right foot up, lower the left knee down. From a solid foundation, press down through the legs, then lift the arms. Take a complete breath. And release. Hands down, step the left foot forward, inhaling. And exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Tadasana, standing up. Lengthen the legs. And then rest the arms. And let's turn to the side and goddess pose. Bend the knees, squat the hips down. And then roll the shoulders back, lift the hands to Chin Mudra. Pulse with the breath up on the inhale, deeper on the exhale. Good, good. And release the hands down, fold forward. Now, turn the toes in so the feet are parallel. The nice wide stance. Begin to fold over the hips. Straightening the knees as you exhale. Attempt to walk the fingertips in deeper towards the back. Towards the heels, bending the elbows, come deeper. Good. Now bend the knees. Inhale, lift the back up. And step, and we're doing warrior two. Turn the left toes out, bend the left knee, and take the arms out wide. Okay, so nice long stance. Good, good. So that you have enough distance between the 2 feet that when you exhale, deepening the hips, this front knee, the left knee, is still above the ankle, not too far ahead of it. Perfect. Now bring the hands down to the mat in a sort of 45-degree angle, diagonally walk the fingertips out and away. So I encourage you to lengthen the stance to get the hips lower. Good. And climb back up onto that knee for a side angle pose. So the left elbow on the left knee, the right arm reaching up and forward over the right ear. And you may like to try and bring the left fingertips down to the mat also. For a more advanced version, bring the right arm behind the back and the left arm underneath the left thigh to bind the hands under the back, around the back. And lift up, straighten the left knee, and turn the toes, pivot, and spin the right toes out. So we have warrior two, bending the right knee. There we go. Good. So the right toes right to that short end. Good. That looks perfect. Settle into the breath. Put power into the legs. Elephant power. And then fold forward. Walk the hands diagonally out and away. Lower the hips. Now, side angle. You're going to climb back up onto this right knee with the right elbow. And then sweep the left arm up and over the ear. Good. Use that elephant strength in the legs to tuck that right buttocks under, the right sit bone, and look up. Some deeper versions of the pose, bringing the right hand to the floor, or binding the left arm behind the back, the right arm threading underneath that right leg. Release, straighten the right knee, and lift back up to standing. Okay, let's go to the warrior salute. Step to the front of the mat. Compose the breath. Then, Anjali Mudra at the heart. Being open to grace. And then step the right foot back for warrior one. Open the fingertips, except the pinkies and thumbs, for Padma Mudra, the lotus. And lift up this gift of the lotus as invocation for this great new beginning that we're undertaking together. And rest. Arms down. Open the right toes, step back more for warrior two. And this time, Vajra Pradma Mudra. We're interlacing the fingers, the thumbs pointed up, and placing it over the heart. This is unshakable trust. The faith that you will succeed in your endeavors. And open the arms for your warrior, deep in the hips. Take a complete breath. Now sweep the right arm forward to meet the left in Vira Mudra. The first fingers extended together and the other fingers interlaced. Spin up onto the ball of the back foot. Lift up the arms and balance, toe touching with the back toes for warrior three. Slowly lift the back leg, back parallel to the mat. Vira Mudra is for courage. Then step back down with the back foot and lower the right knees carefully to the mat. Abhaya Mudra, the right hand like a stop sign. Put the left hand on the heart, and as you press down through the feet and legs, you press the heart up into this left hand. Begin a back bend. Fearlessness is in this mudra. And reach way, way up, lengthen the spine, press down through the back foot, and then look up. Fearlessly bend back. And release the right fingertips, all 5 fingertips, down to the floor, Bhumisparsha Mudra. And begin to straighten the front leg, fold head down. This is symbolizing reverence, humility, and release. Inhale and step the right foot forward to meet the left. Exhale, fold over the hips. Inhale, stand up, arms overhead, Anjali Mudra, bringing it back to the heart. Composing the breath again, steady and even. Integrating the wisdom of this practice into the heart space. Then step the left foot back. We'll begin that series again. Warrior one with Padma Mudra, the lotus. Invocation to open to the grace flowing through us. And lower the arms. Vajrapradma Mudra. Unshakable trust. Here, I'm going to spin around so you can see. Hands over the heart. Vajra is diamond-like, so it's indestructible. Never going away. Open and to warrior two. Deep in the hips. That's right. Good, good. Vira Mudra for warrior three. Bringing the first 2 fingers together. Courage Mudra. Balance on the ball of the back foot. Toe touch with the back foot. All the weight in that right leg. And gradually balance into warrior three with courage. Great, good. And rest. Back foot down, back knee down. Coming to low lunge with the left hand in Abhaya Mudra. Fearlessness. Now lift the heart, press down through the back foot and lengthen the spine, reaching way, way up, and then slowly tilt the head back. Fearless. Now rest and bring the left hand down, fingertips to the floor, Bhumi Sparsha Mudra. Folding the head down in reverence and humility. And release. Step the left foot up to meet the right. Inhale to a flat back. Then exhale, fold. Inhale, stand, Tadasana. Hands in Anjali Mudra, returning to the heart. Bathed in grace. All right, from our warrior, we're going to, we're going to chair pose. All right, so Utkatasana. The feet fairly close together so you can squeeze the legs into one another. Bend the knees deeply, and then lift the arms parallel to the ears. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, tighten the core to go deeper. Good, and inhale to straight legs. Rest the arms. And then widen the feet as much as you need for Malasana, the deep squat. So feet probably as wide as the mat, squatting down with the hips. And the hands are there for balance, making little fine-tuning adjustments until you can sit the hips below the knees and lift the hands. Twist to the right by placing the left hand down, raising the right arm up. And then switch the right hand down and lift the left arm, twisting. That's smart. Good. And lower both hands. Now we're coming down to kneeling. That's good. For so extend the right leg out to the side, and then thread the left arm under the right, twisting shoulders, lifting the right arm. And release. Lower the right hand. Inhale, lift the left shoulder. And switch sides. Extend the left leg. And then thread the right arm under the left. Tuck the chin. Bring the right shoulder down. The right side of the head. You can keep using that left hand on the floor for support, or try lifting it, opening that left shoulder, or even wrapping the left arm behind the back. And release and lift the head up. And come back to table pose on hands and knees. All right. Now, briefly, lifting the hips up for camel pose Ustrasana. Press down through the tops of the feet, squeeze the buttocks, and look up. Inhale, open the chest, drawing the shoulder blades together. And exhale, squeezing the buttocks, strengthen the back. You may be able to reach down to the heels. Keep engaging that muscular energy through the core, pressing the tops of the feet, the toenails into the mat. And release when you're ready. Back to table pose. And press back to downward dog. Curl the toes under, lift the knees, and extend the arms forward. Soften the knees and shoulders as you inhale, and then strengthen and lengthen as you exhale. Now, with the inhale, step the right foot forward, lower the left knee down. Thread the right arm inside the right knee and cup the webbing between the thumb and first finger around the back of the right heel. Now, your right elbow sort of sticking out to the side. Now curl the back toes under, lift up the back knee, straighten the back leg. Still with me? Good. And then the final stage is open the arms like an airplane with the right arm underneath the right thigh. Hug the right knee into the right shoulder and release. Yeah, hands down, right foot back. Step back to down dog or just switch sides. We're bringing the left foot forward for a deep lunge. Right knee down. And then cupping that left hand around the back of the left heel. So the left elbow sticks out underneath the left thigh. And next stage, curl the back toes under, lift up the back knee, coming to a straight leg lunge. And then final stage, open the arms like an airplane. Okay, if you have room. Hugging the left knee in against that left shoulder. And release, hands down, and the left foot back to down dog. Your breath a chance to equalize, stabilize, and then come all the way down to seated. All right, good. Tough version, that one. So we're going on to boat pose. All right, so we're balanced on the sitting bones, and let's hold Ganesh Mudra in front of the chest. Find that balance point and lift the heels. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And release that down. All right, we open the legs now to a wide ankle. Spiral the inner thighs down, the sitting bones back and apart. Then inhale, draw the lower back in, and exhale, hinge at the hips. Squeeze these quad muscles so they pull the thigh bones into the hip socket. Strengthen all the shin muscles, calf muscles that you're stretching. Big deep breaths. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, strengthen. Now inhale, lift the back up. Bring the soles of the feet together. Move the heels out away from you a comfortable distance. Then thread the arms inside the legs. Holding around the feet or ankles. Inhale, push the chest forward, pull the shoulder blades back. And exhale, tighten the tummy, lower the head. And release, lift the head up. And thread the arms. And we'll do head to knee pose. That's a good hip opener. So straighten the left leg, bend the right knee to the side. Push the sitting bones back and apart. Then inhale, lengthen up through the crown. Exhale, begin to fold over that left leg. Nice complete breath in and complete breath out. Over a series of breaths, deepening that stretch in the lower back. By keeping the sitting bones fully grounded. And release and lift the back up. Extend the right leg and bend the left knee. Janu Shirshasana. Press the left foot into the right leg while resisting that with the right leg. And these two opposing forces are going to help to engage and strengthen through that core. Lift the rib cage up out of the waist and extend the spine long. And then start to fold over the right hip. So we come up, out, and over the hip, but not just collapse down. Gain spaciousness as you inhale. Breathe into the back of the neck, the back of the shoulders. Tighten the tummy as you exhale. Keep all these leg muscles nice and strong. Calm, deep breaths in and slow, even breath out. And inhale, lift back up. Extend the legs forward. And there's here the option of half of a happy baby, where you're laying on your back and pulling the right knee in towards the right armpit. Or you could be upright, you could be seated and do the archer pose. But most of us will prefer to be on our back and have a happy baby. That's it, that's good. And let's switch legs. Straighten the right leg, bend the left knee. And pull that left knee in towards the armpit. You can use both hands. Relax that pressure, tension on the inhale. And stretch to your edge on the exhale. And then bring yourself back up to seated, where we can try our elephant trunk pose. Okay, and this is an intermediate pose with arm balance. Pick up that right leg and just move the knee around in some circles, loosen up the hip. Then take the right hand, hold the back of that right ankle or heel so that the right elbow sticks out to the side underneath the knee. Okay. Then lean forward, put the right foot down, the right hand down, and from your core, pull the navel in and up, press the hands down, and magically that left leg lifts up like an elephant trunk. Or you get a cramp and you just have to forget it. And then try the second side. Bend the left knee, pull it back, move it around. And you thread the left arm underneath. Stick the elbow out to the side. And tuck the knee in close to the shoulder. You can hold it there as you put the left hand down, lean forward, and now from the core, pull in and up while the hands press down and levitate that right leg up. It may just be for a second. Okay, that was elephant trunk. I usually go on to 8 angle pose from that since I get cramps. So I'll demonstrate the 8 angle pose as well. This is Ashtavakasana. So that starts the same way, leaning forward, but then you tuck the left ankle over the right toes, lock them in. That gives you a lot better stability as you lean forward and balance. Okay, Ashtavakasana. So that's my natural progression from elephant trunk is to get into that arm balance here. Okay. Stick there. So you start with that elephant trunk, maybe, and then tuck the right ankle over the left toes, swing the legs out to the side, and keep leaning forward, and you're balanced. For a little more challenge than you signed up for. Okay. We're reclining now to rest, and just bringing the knees to the chest. Wrapping the arms around the knees, rocking them from side to side, or circling, whatever feels intuitive. Extend the left leg down to the mat and straighten the right leg to the sky, holding the hands behind the right thigh. And over a series of breaths, you can walk the hands up higher towards the ankle, or bind the big toe and keep that left thigh from lifting up. Now open the right leg to the right side, sweeping it out. release, bend the right knee, press the right foot into the mat to lift the hips and roll over onto your left hip. For spinal twist, cross the right knee over, hold it with your left hand, and then turn the head, gaze back over your right shoulder and stretch out through the right arm, down through the left leg. Inhale, lengthen opposite directions, and exhale, pull the navel in as you twist. And then release the right leg straight on the mat, the hips in the center. Then lift the left leg, hold the back of the thigh, and tuck the shoulder blades under the back. Soften the knee on the inhale, maybe walk the hands up farther, and then straighten the knee on the exhale. Ultimately, you can try and bind the big toe with the left hand. And open the left leg over to the left side. And release, bend the left knee, press the left foot down to lift the left hip up and roll over onto your right side. Cross the left knee over to where you can hold it with your right hand. And then lengthen the left arm up and away. Inhale, stretch in opposite directions. The left fingers and the right foot pressing away from each other. Twisting on the exhale with more muscular energy through the core. Easing off the twist on the inhale, so there can be a nice pulsation, wise and wonderful. And then rest onto your flat back. Reclining. All right. Okay. Walk the heels in, lifting the knees, press the feet into the mat, slide the backs of the hands under the buttocks and sit down on them. Then start to lift the legs and invert them. Just focus on the breath. Inhaling, complete breaths in, and exhaling, emptying all the air out. If you prefer more of an inversion, you can lift the hips up off the floor and to plow. And tip the legs up over the head. And bend the knees towards the chest and carefully roll down one vertebrae at a time until you're resting, feet back to the floor, knees bent. And from there, open the knees apart. The soles of the feet touching together. Lift up the buttocks and make the back as comfortable as possible so the pelvis can open, filling with the breath and emptying on the exhale. Each exhale, applying the root lock, Mula Bandha. Pulsing it with the breath to relax on the inhale and reapply on the exhale. Toning the pelvic floor, the perineum. Good, and rest and extend the legs. Widen the feet and lift the arms up overhead for a full body stretch. Spread the fingers and the toes and move them. And circle the ankles and the wrists. And then the shoulders and head moving, stretching the back and the hips. And the mouth and the face, stick out the tongue. And enjoy all that stretching until you're finished and you wish to rest and bring your arms back by your side into Shavasana, pressing the back of the head into the mat so you can tuck the shoulder blades underneath and together, letting the chest open and the palms face up. Inhale, complete breaths, filling the whole body. Exhaling, emptying all the breath out. Beginning to rest, relax, and become more comfortable, steady and even. And systematically relaxing all these muscles now in the face, in the mouth, and the jaw, the eyes, and the tongue. And then relaxing in the shoulders and neck, and the arms. Relaxing in the hands and fingers. Just letting go. And relaxing in the back and chest. And then relaxing through the abdomen, stomach, and hips. And relaxing down the legs, all the large and small muscles in the thighs, and the knees, and the shins and calves. Just letting them become more loose and limp. And then relaxing all those little muscles in the ankles and the feet and in the toes, so they're no longer clinging. And then scanning the body once more from the toes up to the head and allowing any residual tension to dissipate and dissolve. I'll read you the lyrics to MC Yogi's Ganesh is Fresh. Ganesh is so fresh, chillin' on his throne, surrounded by incense, fruit, and gold. With a heap of sweets piled in his bowl, he guards the gate and protects the threshold. When you're blessed by Ganesh, then you can travel on a sacred journey to an inner temple. He paves the path that leads to the soul, and he's known for removing all obstacles. Now, some may think it's illogical, a myth, or it's just philosophical, but Ganesh makes everything possible because elephant power's unstoppable. Jaya Ganesha, to the God of all wisdom, loved by all children, known for blessing homes that we live in. To the Lord of all creatures with divine features, inspiring the minds of all truth seekers. To the son of Shiva and Parvati, with an elephant's head and a fat belly. With a snake for a belt to hold up his pants, he rides on a mouse, and he loves to dance. With a lotus unfolding inside one of his hands, and an axe to attack all ignorance, a broom to remove all hindrance, and a noose to reduce all selfishness. He writes the pages that the sages chant, dropping ancient Vedic science so we can comprehend all the many ways that we can transcend. Singing Jaya to Ganesh, he's a yogi's best friend. Jaya Ganesha. I pray to Ganesh to take away the stress and pave the way into a place that's blessed. Centered in the chest where the breath is felt, when you're blessed by Ganesh, then the stress can melt. He destroys the knots that confine your thoughts. He dissolves the walls and he breaks the blocks. He unlocks the door to the sacred core and he guards the gate at the pelvic floor. The benevolent elephant who's super intelligent, at the base of the spine, he's the earth element. He's the ruler of the Muladhara chakra. His brother rides a peacock, and his name is Skanda. To the son of Uma and Mahadeva, we offer this puja. To Sri Ganesha, to the son of Parvati and Mahesh, dedicated to Ganesh, 'cause he's so fresh. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Now start to deepen your breath. And then start to move and stretch once more in your body. Awaken the muscles. And when you're ready, just roll over to one side. There, coming back to this time and place of awareness, consciousness, and wisdom. And when you're ready to rise back up, seated, so that you can embody buddhi, wisdom, siddhi, spirituality, and riddhi, prosperity. I bow to that elephant power within you. Namaste.